up, Fit Fam? It's Coach Rye from Functional Flex, Team FFLEX. I'm here in the office. I'm coming alive to tell you exactly how you can get better results, better gains, better muscle mass, better strength, better fat loss, better fucking everything in the gym instantly by doing something you should be doing all the time, but I know a lot of you aren't doing. We're talking about your warm-ups, the single most important piece of your entire workout. Let me say that again. Your warm-up is the single most important piece of your entire workout. Your entire training session will be dictated by how you warm up. Now, Ryan, that sounds a little fucking crazy, bro. To be honest, that sounds a little crazy. How could you say that when obviously the sets... Nope. The warm-up will dictate how well you can perform the sets, how well you can do each exercise, and how well you can actually progress in those exercises will be dictated by how you warm up. Now, why does that happen? That's always the question. Everybody's always like, why do I need to warm up? What does it really do? What's the point? What's the purpose? Most of you spend most of your time not training. Let's be honest. Right now, I'm sitting in a chair. Likely, as you watch this, you're probably doing the same thing. You could be sitting at home on the couch. You could be in the car driving. I don't know what you're doing, but I know for a fact you drive to and from work, or you sit in a car to get there. You're sitting at work to some degree at some point. You're sitting at home somewhere too. So most of the time, we are out of position. And what I mean by out of position, you guys, is the fact that every time that we sit, it is technically a piss poor fucking position for anything that has to do with weightlifting or weight training or strength training or any type of exercise. For example, Exhibit A, Coach Rye at his desk. Here is how I am. As you can see, shoulders come forward. That means the head's going forward. That means the back's getting around. You guys can see all these things. Not an ideal position, obviously, for training. Shoulders forward, out of place. Ouch. If I go train like this, ouch. It might not hurt today, might not hurt tomorrow. It's going to hurt eventually because I'm training out of place. Same with my back. My back's rounded. You can't train with a rounded back. Everybody knows that. But if this is the default position where I'm at, what I'm going to experience here, shoulders forward, chest is going to get tighter. Back's going to get looser. Head's going to get more forward. Ow, back pain, everything's gonna hurt. Not to mention what's going on at my hips right now. We're sitting in a chair, right? I'm sitting in a fucking chair, just like probably you are. And so if we sit in a chair, legs go at 90 degrees. This means hip closes off. Your hip gets tight in front. Means your ass, your hamstrings, all that goes to sleep. Not helping you in training. People get these overdeveloped groups of muscles. Like they got their quads. This happens to women all the time, especially. They always want to build their glutes and whatever. They got these quads that are huge, no ass. And they wonder why. It's because they're not doing proper warm-ups. They're not activating muscles. They're not getting things to fire. They're not training with full range of motion and actually targeting those muscles. They just continue to target the muscles that are already overactive, overdeveloped, and they will continue to overdevelop due to the lack of activation, warm-up, range of motion, all of it. And it all comes from right there in your warm-up. You see, if we don't reclaim these positions, if I don't go to the gym and take myself out of that position by doing a series of warm-ups, I'm going to have a hell of a time. For example, this position, you guys, this rounded position, this desk position that you all got, I guarantee you, go try to do bench press like this. With your shoulders on forward and shit. Oh, that's going to be painful. But you see, if I take time to warm up, stretch my chest out, get my traps, my rhomboids, my back to activate so I can get into a good position, keep a straight back, now I can go to work. The muscles trained here in this position are going to be a hell of a lot different than the ones trained right here. Does that make sense? You gotta have the right muscles to work. You can't have only the overdeveloped, overactive ones working. And that's what's gonna be the default if you're out of position. Out of position body, it's not in alignment, it's not firing up, the muscles are not even being hit, you're gonna train a lot more joint structure. You're going to be relying heavily on your skeletal structure. You're going to be training muscles that are already training too much and overactive, over-tightened, should not be getting any more tightened by training. You're going to get injured more often. You're going to have muscular imbalances that are going to cause you pain. You're not going to get the results you want. You're not going to be able to build the muscles in the proportions that you want to see in your body. And also your strength is going to go to shit. Training out of position is a signal to the primitive brain that you are not equipped to handle the fucking world. As funny as that sounds, that is true. Your body knows when it's out of position, it knows when it can support load, and it knows when it can't. And if it thinks that it's out of position, it is not going to let you train at the intensity you need to. And it's at no fault of your own. You need to take the time to warm up. You need to take the time to fire up the right muscles, to get the right ranges of motion, to get center, get in balance, and go train. That's the goal. If you want to take the time to actually do the warm-up, you're going to actually get the fucking workout. So many people skip the warm-up to save time, but you end up doing a bunch of shit in your workout that is not even moving you in the direction you want to go. It would be far better for you to focus more time on your warm-up and have less time doing the actual exercises than it would to skip the warm-up overall. And now, as you watch this, you're probably still skeptical. How could that make sense if I can't lift, blah, blah? Try it. I dare you to try it. Do it for 7 days. Do a consistent warm-up. Stretch areas that are tight. Do a dynamic warm-up. Get the blood moving. Get the body going. Get the patterns firing. And the muscles we want to train working. You should have warm-ups for all your exercises. If your coach doesn't have warm-ups for you, get a different coach. If your program doesn't have warm-ups for you, get a different program. If you're programming yourself, figure it out. You need to have these here. They are the most important piece of your training, period. Try it for 7 days and let me know how it goes. Thank you guys for being here, checking out my channel. Subscribe. Coach Rye is out.